Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Lawndale City Council. I want to thank everyone for attending tonight's council. I'm going to ask the city clerk to give us the roll call, please. Madam City Clerk.
Mr. Mayor, it doesn't look like she's on the line yet, so I'll go ahead and do the roll call.
Okay, please. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Kearney.
Here.
Councilmember Suarez.
Here.
Councilmember Hoffman-Gorman.
Here.
Councilmember Cuevas.
Here.
Mayor Pullen Miles.
Here.
All members present.
Thank you, Assistant City Clerk. I'm going to ask Councilwoman Bernadette Suarez to lead us. Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. If everybody can face a flag, whether it's digitally or a live one. Place your hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you, Councilwoman. Now at this time, we have one presentation. I'll make the presentation. It's from the Government Finance Official Association, the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting, otherwise known as CAFR. And I give the presentation. The Government Finance Association, Officers Association of the United States and Canada has awarded the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting to the City of Lawndale for its comprehensive annual financial report, also known as a CAFR, for its fiscal year that ends June the 30th, 2019. The Certificate of Achievement is the highest form of recognition in the area of governmental accounting and financial reporting, and its attainment represents a significant accomplishment by a government in management. Although this award was given to the city back in September 2020, the plaque was just recently delivered. It has been a long time since the City of Lawndale was awarded the GFOA Certificate of Achievement. We are very proud of this accomplishment. The city's CAFR has been judged by an impartial panel to meet the highest standards of the program, which includes demonstrating constructive spirit of full disclosure to clearly communicate its financial story and motivate potential users and user groups to read the CAFR. Congratulations to Marla and her staff for receiving this recognition. We are grateful for your hard work and your dedication for keeping the city's financial in good condition, good order. Look forward to receiving this award over the next. Congratulations on behalf of the entire City Council, Marla and her staff for receiving this award, the Certificate of Achievement. Thank you. Okay, so that would be the presentations for tonight. Okay, next item on our agenda will be our public safety report. Captain Allen available? Or is going to be Lieutenant Leo?
Yes, it's Lieutenant Leo.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Mayor and members of the City Council. I'm here tonight to present the Public Safety Report for April 5th through April 18th. April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month. Distracted driving has become a deadly epidemic on our roads. Texting on, looking at, or handling your cell phone while driving is the most common reason for most traffic collisions. But there are others, such as talking to someone, drinking beverages, applying makeup, and many more, too much to list. Anytime you're not focused on your driving and the environment around you, you lose seconds to process the information in order to avoid a traffic collision. Please avoid these distracted activities while driving so you can get to your destination safely. In 2019, distracted driving killed 3,142 people in the United States, a 10% increase from 2018. On April 14th, the traffic office out of the Lawndale Service Center conducted a crosswalk enforcement operation on Hawthorne Boulevard and on Prairie Avenue. In partnership with the Hawthorne Police Department, Hawthorne traffic officers conducted enforcement on their side of Prairie Avenue. The purpose of this operation was to reduce the number of pedestrians struck by vehicles in crosswalks by bringing attention, enforcement, and education to the area. This is important as schools are now allowing in-person education and many drivers are not used to seeing a large amount of children crossing intersections and crosswalks. Being distracted while driving can result in a tragic event, which we do not want. Our deputies issued over 60 citations during the operation and arrested 5 drivers who were unlicensed or who had their driver's license suspended. Also, on April 18th at approximately 10 p.m., Deputy Rodriguez conducted a traffic stop of a vehicle near 169th Street and Hawthorne Boulevard for vehicle code violations. While speaking with the driver, he recovered a loaded, While speaking with the driver, Deputy Rodriguez saw a firearm on the front passenger seat. During his investigation, he recovered that loaded firearm, which was not registered to the driver, who was a convicted felon. The suspect was arrested for an ex-felon in possession of a loaded firearm and booked at South Los Angeles Station. This concludes my report, and I would be happy to entertain any questions you may have.
Okay, thank you, Lieutenant Leo. Is there any questions of the lieutenant's report?
Mayor, this is Pat. I just want to say a great job on the pedestrian crossings for the sheriffs and Hawthorne PD. They did a great job.
Thank you very much.
Okay, with that, we want to thank you, Captain Leo, for your report, and thank you and your deputies for the great work you guys do, ladies and gentlemen, do in the community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
With that, we're going to move the agenda to our oral communications. I'm going to ask the city clerk or the assistant city clerk to read any oral communications that we may have received.
Mr. Mayor, this is the city clerk. I apologize for my tardiness. I had trouble logging on tonight, but in any case, we have 2 oral communications for items not on the agenda, and I'm going to just read them verbatim. First comes from Ara An, Deputy for Constituent Engagement, LA County Supervisor Holly Mitchell's office. Good evening, Lawndale Mayor and City Council. My name is Ara, as in Araceli, from LA County, Ara An, from LA County 2nd District Supervisor Holly Mitchell's office. I will be serving the City of Lawndale as a field deputy, and I wanted to introduce myself at the Lawndale City Council meeting. It was a pleasure to connect with Mayor Pullen Miles and the City of Lawndale team at the end of March. Our office is very excited to partner with your team moving forward. As an update from our office, we are striving to safely reopen LA County, improve economic development, create more access to COVID-19 vaccination, and enhance equity for our constituents in the 2nd District. Feel free to visit our website at mitchell.lacounty.gov for news and updates. On our website, you can find our e-newsletter subscription link, as well as our Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook accounts. Please feel free to contact me for any inquiries in the future. Thank you so much for everything you do for our community, and I look forward to working with you all. Have a wonderful week. And our second communication is from Frank Flores, Lawndale resident. Dear Mayor and Council, I was watching the news today and it showed how the judge in the Chauvin trial rebuked Maxine Waters for her remarks about threatening more confrontation, etc., if the trial didn't go the way she wanted. And the judge said her remarks were bad and may cause a mistrial. I know that some of you are a big supporter of her, but don't you think her remarks were wrong? We don't need any riots in Lawndale because of what she said. Thank you, Frank Flores. And that concludes the communications for items not on the agenda.
Okay, thank you, Madam City Clerk. Let's see if we have any responses from the council on oral communication. Councilwoman Suarez.
I just wanted to say welcome to Ara. We do appreciate you reaching out to us. We would like to build that relationship with our supervisor, so we really do appreciate you making those efforts, and these efforts that we've seen have been very promising. So we're very excited about that. And as far as the comment by Mr. Flores, I haven't actually heard those comments, but I myself, am always a fan of peaceful protests and all that. So I can't speak as I haven't heard the quote, but those are my thoughts thus far, and I will look into it. But I appreciate everybody that gave comments tonight, and I'll pass it along.
Councilwoman Cuevas.
I would like to welcome Ara, and I'm looking forward to working with her and the Supervisor Holly Mitchell's office. Also, with regards to Mr. Flores' comment, I believe Lawndale is a very peaceful city. I don't predict any riots or anything like that. And whatever someone else's opinion is, it doesn't mean it's the council's opinion. That would be all.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, I was having trouble. I wasn't sure if you. Thank you. Councilwoman Hoffman-Gorman.
Yes, Mayor, I'm here. I also would like to say welcome to all the representatives of Holly Mitchell's office. I'm excited as well to work with the supervisor and her team. And I think what they will find is that Lawndale is a enjoyable team to work with. So I look forward to when that time comes and we can actually see each other and sit down and talk about things for the betterment, as she said, of our communities. So this is a really exciting time, I feel, for Lawndale to build this relationship with our new supervisor. So I look forward to working with their office. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Kearney.
Well, I think the three young ladies said it best, so I'm just going to say diddle and pass it on to you.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I want to also say that I look forward to working with the staff of Supervisor Holly Mitchell. I have already met some of the staff. I understand, of course, challenges and new to office in such a huge district, but I appreciate the attention that the supervisor has given to the city of Lawndale. It's been fun. I really appreciate building the relationship staff, because as you know, the supervisors and members, they are the members and they do a wonderful job. People who are on the ground that you have direct access to, staff members. Staff of myself, or the legislature, I'm important. Building those with member as well as for staff and person. So we look forward to Lawndale or having the Lawndale as well as county. Present night, at least you would be here. Better. And with that, I think that's all that I have. And I didn't hear the comments from the judge. I heard that the judge made some comments, but I didn't know what the comment. Neither judge nor from water. So I'll get time. With that, I want to thank all those who provided more communications and public comments, and we will move our agenda to item G, our consent calendar. What is the body?
Mayor Pro Tem Kearney, I'll make a motion to extend consent calendar as written.
Okay, Pro Tem Pat Kearney has made a motion.
Councilwoman Cuevas will second that.
Calendar. Is there any debate or discussion on the calendar motion? Seeing none, I'm going to ask clerk to vote.
Okay, for the consent calendar, Mayor Pro Tem Kearney,
Yes.
Councilmember Suarez,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman-Gorman,
Yes.
Councilmember Cuevas,
Yes.
Mayor Poland Miles.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you, Madam. Next item on the agenda under administration is item 8. This is appointment to the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, appointment to the Lawndale Business Private Sector seat for individuals that are involved in private sector representing Lawndale Workforce Investment Board. We did have Frank Rodriguez. He was a fine representative. Fortunately, he actually kind of moved out of the area. So with that, that's why he signed. So with that, there's a vacancy, and South Bay Workforce Investment Board have identified Roderick Edison of Maxed Out Inc., a general engineering company here in Lawndale. So the vacancy rated by departure from Frank Rodriguez. Remaining terms is from July 1st. Well, it says July the 1st, 30, 24. Yeah, 2024, that's the So at this point, unless someone would like to something different, I'm going to suggest that, by the way, these positions are not the I'm going to suggest that point Roderick Edison may work well.
Mr. Mayor, this is Councilwoman Cuevas. I just have a question regarding this. Does the person have to live in Lawndale or just have a business in Lawndale?
I do know they have a business in Lawndale. I'm not 100% certain if they have to live in Lawndale. Maybe if they would have to. No, I believe that's because one of them have a person that doesn't definitely have several Lawndale. No.
Because what I was reading is that on the paperwork was that they mostly work outside of Lawndale. So that was the reason for my question. When I was reviewing the bio, a lot of the work is not done in the Lawndale area. They do have an office in Lawndale, but the work is not done in Lawndale.
Well, I would say to that, I mean, if you are general engineering, I don't know how much work actually a small city Lawndale engineering. That's the only thing about them. Some other type of.
Okay, no, that was just my question, since this is the first time that I'm looking at this, so I was just wondering.
Oh, okay. Thank you for bringing that up. What is the pleasure of the body?
This is Councilmember Suarez, and I'll approve that we appoint Mr. Roderick Edison.
This is Mayor Pro Tem Kearney. I'll second it.
Okay, so the motion made by Suarez that we appoint Roderick Edison to the South Bay Workforce Investment Board. Private sector by Mr. Pat Kearney. Are there questions on the motion? And then I'm going to ask the city clerk to vote.
Okay, sorry. For item number 8, Mayor Pro Tem Kearney,
Yes.
Councilmember Suarez,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman-Gorman,
Yes.
Councilmember Cuevas,
Yes.
Mayor Poland Miles.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you, Madam. Next item, item 9. Let's have a staff.
Good evening, council members. This is Marla Pendleton, Director of Finance. What we have before you tonight is a request for proposal that we put out in February. We received 5 bids. We evaluated them. They're for information technology support service function. This is our contract services for information technology citywide. Of those 5 proposals that we received, 4 of them basically recommended a process where trouble tickets are submitted whenever services are needed, and the normal or average response time would take anywhere from 2 to 24 hours. Some of them had set bids, proposal amounts, and costs that weren't clearly defined because if services were needed beyond a certain point, they would have to give us another submittal. So based on our review of all the proposals submitted, we found one that basically met the needs of the city of Lawndale, and it happens to be our current contractor, Barracom IT and Design. Their proposal actually gave us dedicated sources that are here on the city grounds that when things happen, they can respond. It's 24-hour assistance for anything that we need, and additional services such as council meetings are no additional cost. So we decided to award it to Barracom IT and Design. The contract would begin next fiscal year. It'd be for a 3-year period with the option to renew for 2 years. It does include CPI increases annually after year 1, and the contract amount is basically the same as what we're paying now. They were the mid-range out of the proposals, $142,800 per year. And what we're requesting is that council would look at the agreement and approve to actually award the contract to Barracom IT Design and sign the proposal or sign the agreement. If there's any questions, I'm available.
Okay. That report, are there any questions of the staff report, item 9? Seeing none. I'm going to try to take, for some reason my sound dropped. If I could. Now, let's get a test.
So if we're looking for a motion to accept the contract and sign the contract, I'll make a motion to goes for recommendation.
Okay, so the motion's been made by.
I'll second it.
Does that sound like Rhonda?
Yes, it is. Sorry.
Okay, so the motion's been made by Pat Kearney, and we accept the staff report and the contract for it, and it was seconded by Councilwoman Hoffman-Gorman.
And I'll third it.
Okay. Good job.
Third. Is there any questions on the motion? All right. Discussion. Seeing none, I'm going to ask the city clerk to give us conduct the vote.
Okay, for item number 9, Mayor Pro Tem Kearney,
Yes.
Councilmember Suarez,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman-Gorman,
Yes.
Councilmember Cuevas,
Yes.
Mayor Poland Miles.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you, Madam. item number 10. It's concerning the amendment to certain sections of the Lawndale Municipal Code pertaining to fireworks violations. First reading, I'm going to ask the city attorney to give us the report and to read it by title.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Before you tonight is ordinance number 1180-21, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Lawndale, California, amending section 8.12.120 of chapter 8.12 of the Lawndale Municipal Code pertaining to firework violations. I'm here tonight to answer any legal questions, and I know Mr. Reyes has a report for you.
Okay. Let's hear from, first, let's see, have we had any written comments on item 10?
We have one public comment, yes.
Let's hear the public comment, and then let's hear from Reyes.
Okay. From Randall Abram, Lawndale resident. It is encouraging to see the city move forward with the changes to the Lawndale Municipal Code that will increase fines for illegal fireworks and make property owners responsible for the actions of their tenants. The emphasis on administrative penalties along with confiscation of illegal fireworks should allow the deputies to process and stop more illegal fireworks. The key to the success of this program is citywide communication before July 4th of the increased fines along with the potential liability of property owners for the actions of their tenants. The notices that will be sent to all property owners warning of the consequences of illegal fireworks is a significant factor in what should be the city's zero tolerance for illegal fireworks. There are several street signs in my area warning of the fines for illegal fireworks. There need to be many more in the city. Any new signs made should indicate the potential for fines up to $2,000. Confiscation of illegal fireworks before July 4th would be critical to stopping the war zone atmosphere on July 4th. After the massive explosion in Ontario earlier this year due to stockpiling of illegal fireworks, San Bernardino Fire and law enforcement officials unveiled a new system to report illegal fireworks. Their program also allows those with illegal fireworks to voluntarily turn in illegal fireworks. No questions asked. The City of Lawndale should coordinate with local fire and law enforcement a program for residents to turn in anyone storing illegal fireworks. And that concludes the public comment on this matter.
Thank you for reading the public comment. Let's hear from.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and distinguished members of the City Council. Thank you for this opportunity to speak with you this evening. This staff report is regarding changes to ordinance number 1180-21, amending section 8.12.120 of chapter 8.12 of the Lawndale Municipal Code pertaining to illegal fireworks. This year, in response to concerns from residents regarding the abundance of illegal and dangerous fireworks being lit in previous years, the council has given staff direction to implement the illegal fireworks suppression plan. Part of this plan included the amendment of section 8.12.120 to consist of 5 subsections, which will A, define any violation of this section as a misdemeanor punishable by fine, imprisonment, or both. B, state that administrative citations can be issued to property owners where fireworks are being lit, and the deputies will be permitted to issue citations to property owners if they witness illegal fireworks being launched from private property. C, state the parameters of this violation in terms of weight and amount of illegal fireworks. D, state that citations for possession and use of illegal fireworks will start at $1,000 and increase to $2,000 for all subsequent violations within a 5-year period. And E, state that the reasonable party that is cited shall be required to pay the fine amount and surrender all illegal fireworks to deputies. The city attorney has been consulted on this plan and approves of its implementation. City staff does not anticipate any increased cost with this new ordinance and may see revenue resulting from the issuance of administrative citations. Staff further wishes to state that this ordinance is not intended to increase revenue, but rather to prevent the use of illegal fireworks. Staff recommends that the City Council review and approve proposed ordinance number 1180-21, amending section 8.12.120 of chapter 8.12 of the Lawndale Municipal Code. I can answer any questions from the council at this time.
Okay, thank you for that report. Are there any questions of the report? Okay, seeing none, what is the pleasure of the body?
This is Councilwoman Cuevas. I would like to motion to accept the amendment to section 8.12.12 of chapter 8.12 of the Lawndale Municipal Code pertaining to illegal fireworks.
A motion has been made by Purvis,
And Mayor, this is Rhonda Hoffman-Gorman. I would like to second that.
and second by Hoffman-Gorman. Any further discussions or debate on the motion? Being none, I'm going to ask the city attorney, do you need to read that by title again, or?
No, sir, it has been read in full. We're good to go.
I'm going to ask the city clerk to conduct the vote on item 10.
Okay, for item 10, Mayor Pro Tem Kearney. For item 10, Mayor Pro Tem Kearney.
I think we lost him.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not
see him
sure.
here.
Okay, Councilmember Suarez,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman-Gorman,
Yes.
Councilmember Cuevas,
Yes,
Mayor Poland Miles.
Yes, I think we lost Councilmember Kearney, Pro Tem Kearney. We can leave this item open. Let's table this item until we're able to get him back on, and then we'll conduct the vote, the official vote on
Okay.
without any objection. I'm sure he's probably calling in trying to get back in. So let's put a bookmark on that. Let's table that till we can get the councilman back in. If we will, let's go to city managers.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council. First off, I do see Mayor Pro Tem Kearney still signed on, but there must be some kind of a technical issue. So we'll see if we can get him back in as soon as possible. But for my city manager's report, I do have two items. First, I just wanted to update the council regarding the vaccination clinic that was put on last Friday by Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center. As I reported previously, Providence agreed to work with the city to put on this local vaccination clinic here at the city's community center last Friday, and they were to provide 250 vaccinations. It was successful. They were able to provide 231 vaccinations to various members of the public, including many Lawndale residents. Unfortunately, there were a few no-shows, which I guess is pretty commonplace with clinics. But overall, it accomplished what we had hoped. And because the clinic used the Moderna vaccination instead of the Johnson & Johnson vaccination, which they had originally intended to use, because Moderna is a two-shot vaccine, Providence will have to return back to Lawndale on May 14th in order to provide the second shots for those that were vaccinated on Friday. So, with that, we are still hoping to bring in other groups to put on a vaccination clinic, if not Providence again for a second time. The other item I wanted to report to the City Council on is related to the City Council Parks Subcommittee. As the City Council knows, the subcommittee has been meeting with the elementary school district to discuss the fate of parks moving forward. And at this point, we are still in discussions with the school district, and we're hoping to have a recommendation from the subcommittee very soon. However, since we are meeting with the school district again, hopefully in the next week or so, I was hoping to get questions or issues or other kind of comments from the City Council that we could take to that meeting and hopefully go over with the school district. So if any of you have any comments or questions, please forward those to me as soon as you can so that we can share that information with the school district. And that's it, Mayor. That's all I had for tonight.
Okay, thank you for that report.
Mayor, this is Mayor Pro Tem Kearney. I'm back on.
All righty. Okay, thank you.
So if you want to go back to number 10.
Yeah. We'll go back to number 10. I'm going to ask, I'm going to restate the motion and the city clerk conduct the vote. Motion, as I remembered it, was made by, was that Cuevas?
Okay, I'm good with it.
No, I'm making sure that it was Cuevas.
Okay.
Correct.
Yes.
Cuevas motion.
By Cuevas and seconded by Hoffman-Gorman. Item number 10. I'm going to ask for any further discussion on the motion. None. I'm going to ask the city clerk to vote for item 10 on the amendment.
Okay, for item number 10, Mayor Pro Tem Kearney,
Yes.
Councilmember Suarez,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman-Gorman,
Yes.
Councilmember Suarez, Cuevas, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Mayor Poland Miles.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. I apologize. I was looking at 3 different things at the same time. So
No problem.
motion passes.
Thank you, madam. Okay, next item. Item 11, items from the mayor and council members. Let's start with Councilwoman Suarez.
I have no reportable activities. I'll pass it along.
Yes, ma'am. Councilwoman Cuevas. Councilwoman Cuevas.
Okay, sorry about that. Didn't hear you. I had a couple of webinars that I was involved. The first one was the Water Replenishment District PFAS Remediation Program Workshop. And the discussion was what is being done to decrease the PFAS in the water. On 4/8, I was at a webinar also with South Bay City Councils of Government. The speaker was Maxine Waters. And then on 4/8, Holly Mitchell had a small business virtual discussion where they discussed different assistance available for small business under 20 employees. Those businesses could contact smallbizla.org or via email or their website, and they also could call at 866-588-7232. There's small grants available for small businesses under 20 employees. There's also the Jewish Free Loan Association has 0% loans for small business under 20 employees. And that was all that I did the past 2 weeks.
Thank you, madam. Councilwoman Hoffman-Gorman, anything you'd like to share?
Yes, Mayor. I attended also the replenishment meeting on the 7th. And I just have to say, Mayor, it's going to be really nice when we get back to the days when you give us the report on the miscellaneous things that taste like chicken and during this time. Thank you.
Right. Trust me, I eat so much chicken, everything tastes like chicken. All right. That's it from Mr. Pro Tem, Mayor Pro Tem Pat Kearney.
Okay, am I still on the line?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I attended the Library Trust and Oversight Committee by Zoom with Kevin and I. And also, as a subcommittee member, I attended the Lawndale City Subcommittee and the Lawndale Elementary School District meeting. And I'm going to update, let's pick back on Kevin. As of right now, they're saying they have no money again. So we have more information we're bringing forward. That's it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for that report.
Yeah.
And I attended the Los Angeles County Sanitation District Clearwater tunneling machine project ceremony where they're awarding students who provided artwork, first, second, third place winners. Their artwork was placed on the tunneling machine. Very impressive machine, very impressive artwork by middle school and high school students who are free students. They're out of our region, but nevertheless, it's a big project to go all the way from Pedro to LA, but only 7 miles underground, mostly through the public right of way. So very few private right of way be needed for the project, which has been underway for several years. So they have big, massive tunneling machine. They just unveiled the machine and the students who participated in the contest. So that was pretty impressive to see that. I also attended the a press conference. Supervisor Janice Hahn and Stephen Bradford, our senator, Stephen Bradford, is sponsoring legislation concerning the return of Bruce Beach, which is a historically African-American owned piece of land that was owned by African-American family about 100 years ago, and was taken from the city of Manhattan Beach to ultimately construct a park. And so Janice Hahn is the supervisor for that area, concerned about that issue. She's taken up the cause to return the property back to the Bruce's family, and perhaps leasing the property, county leasing the property from the family. And so our very own Senator Bradford sponsoring the bill. So Holly Mitchell, our advisor, supporting it well. So they invited some local folks as well as some state folks out. Press conference by the 10 at press conference. Totally in favor of motion that the legislation will do. Also attended the League of California Cities post-pandemic local economic recovery discussion, where we discussed things that various cities or each city is doing to bounce back from the pandemic. So that was a good discussion. I also attend a tour of Lusinger High School, the construction project. Lusinger, so I got a chance to go inside the building to see all the construction that's going on. High school. They're coming a long way, and it's going to really look nice in this construction. So that's all I attended. That would be Mario. So with that, we have two Lawndale residents we want to adjourn our meeting in memory of. One is Sandy Toppelmeyer. Guys, everyone knows she lives in close proximity to the city hall. I just that way. She passed away April the 11th. Sandy Toppelmeyer is a longtime Lawndale resident, passed away on April 7th, 1982, as she quietly battled cancer. Sandy served on the Lawndale Senior Travel Club board, enjoying organizing trips, taking part in seniors here. 2016, Sandy was elected as the City of Lawndale Outstanding Older American, representing Lawndale seniors among other Los Angeles County residents. She is survived by her son, Carl Hoffman from Manhattan Beach. Sandy will be very much missed by the city council, the staff, and the senior community in Lawndale. Here, condolences go to Carl and his family on behalf of the Lawndale City Council meeting memory of them. We also have Phyllis Robinette. Phyllis Robinette is a longtime Lawndale resident. She passed away on April 3rd, 2021 at the age of 3, just shy of her birthday, after a short illness. She was preceded in death by her husband, preacher Ken Robinette. Phyllis served the Hoffman-Gorman Food District as a food service manager for 35 years. The sister of Dorf Hoffman, our First Lady Emeritus of Lawndale, and the aunt of Councilwoman Rhonda Hoffman-Gorman. On behalf of the Lawndale City Council, Rhonda and also Ms. Hoffman, we offer our sincere sympathy to you and your family members on your loss. This evening, the Lawndale City Council adjourned the 2001 council meeting. Phyllis Robinette will be adjourning in night. Okay, and the next regular scheduled meeting of the council will be held at Monday, May the 3rd, 2020. Now 17. This meeting is adjourned.